Hi, I'm Sam Bingham, Operations Manager with Exit First Realty. I am here today with Tavian Anderson, Realtor extraordinaire from Exit First Realty. Tavian, I appreciate you being here with me today. Today we're going to chat about Tavian's journey, where he came from, how he got into real estate, and how Exit has helped him. So I appreciate you being here, and we'll get started. So tell me a little bit about what you did before you got into real estate. Where were you doing? Why? What made you want to make a change and any of that?
So before I got into real estate, I was actually a football player at Randolph-Macon. So I just graduated college, I want to say right kind of in the middle of COVID, so it was kind of a tough time then. So I was just kind of trying to find like my career path. I majored in accounting, so I was trying to find maybe a job in accounting. I was looking at a few firms that I was going to go to. Then I kind of found out that I would need like a master's degree to kind of further my accounting career if I wanted to go that way. So I've always had a passion for real estate. So it was just crazy because one time I was literally just on Indeed looking at real estate jobs, and I somehow just stumbled upon the meet and greet link for this company, and then really from there is just how I got here. To be honest with you, it's just kind of crazy how it all happened that way and how simple it was.
Yeah, we try and make it pretty easy. I know we always have things going on Indeed and on other job postings because we're always looking for really talented agents. And I remember you being at the meet and greet, and I remember Marc talking about you. He was like, "That guy's really sharp. I really want him." So, did you meet with any other brokerages, or did you just talk to us? And if you just talked to us, what attracted you to Exit?
See, that's the crazy thing. I really didn't do much research into other brokerages. So just like after the meet and greet, I had a good feeling from Marc, and I'm pretty sure Beth was there. So me and Beth and Marc were talking. And so I had a pretty good feeling there. So I didn't really feel like I needed to go outside and look at other places and shop around. So I really think that's really why I kind of stuck here, just because of the vibe that Marc gave to me.
What was it exactly? Do you remember anything that they said or that we talked about in terms of, systems or anything like that were like, that made you want to be at Exit, that said like, yeah, this is the place where I know I can grow my career?
Yeah, I do remember Marc was talking about investment real estate, and that's really what I really wanted to get into. My main goal is like to get into flip properties and hold rentals. And so Marc was laying out like a 40-year plan for me, and that's really what drew my attention. He was telling me how I can kind of achieve that goal throughout the years, as far as like buying one rental maybe like once every 4 years or something like that. So once he kind of laid that out to me, it kind of made me feel like I was in the right place.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think that's something that we do frequently is talk about, where agents are at and what goals they want. Mm-hmm. And then we have kind of a coaching strategy or a way to get you there. So since you're just, you've just started out in real estate, you're kind of coming up on your first year, closing out on your first year in November, right?
Yep.
And so with that, what systems or what coaching do you think that we've offered that has kind of set you up for success?
I would say really the biggest system for me would be the Boomtown system, which I'm pretty sure a lot of agents probably use, but for me, it's kind of helped me kind of be more organized with my clients as far as following up with those people, and also just staying in touch with some of the people who you may not talk to every week, as far as like the clients who are ready to go right now. So that system has really helped me, as well as just you yourself, Sam. You've definitely helped me a lot, trying to keep me accountable, hold me accountable in certain ways as far as my scorecard and things of that nature. So I would really say just Boomtown and really you.
Well, I always appreciate the shout out, but I think, I like that you mentioned Boomtown because that's a specific like tool that we offer. And I know a lot of agents are probably using the same kind of tool, but there's an old phrase that, I like to use and Marc likes to use, that a CRM is only the best CRM is the one you use. Mm-hmm. So agents can have the best, technology. They can have the best access to management systems or lead generation systems. But if you're not kind of coached or trained on how to use them properly and how to really leverage them for your business, they're not going to do anything for you. So I like that you mentioned both, not just the system that we offer, but that we provided continuous coaching to help you kind of stay accountable and use that system correctly.
I would even say my book is probably my biggest help as of right now, as far as me trying to stay up to date with the people who I need to reach out to. and me knowing my task for the day as well, and kind of keeping a normal schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. That's definitely something that a lot of agents struggle with. So I'm glad you brought it up. Time management is a struggle for everyone. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because that's something that we coach agents on how to utilize your time correctly, and how to really schedule it so you know what your day is doing and your time isn't wasted. So I love that. What would you say to other agents who are maybe, or other people who are thinking about getting into real estate like you were, but don't know where to go, or kind of overwhelmed with the process, or current agents who maybe aren't getting the support or aren't where they're at in their business? What advice would you give them about Exit and about what we offer that could maybe change their mind?
Well, really, I would really just say, if you're looking for a place to where it feels kind of like a family, definitely come here, to where you will have a lot of support just from different kinds of people as well. It's not like one main person at the top who's the support system. It's a lot of support from different people, even if they started after you or at the same time as you. It's a lot of support. And also for kind of people who are just now starting in real estate, I would just say kind of remain patient and diligent. There's definitely not a get rich quick scheme. So you definitely need to have some patience, because I mean, over time it's going to pay off, but at the beginning it's going to be tough. I think that's with anybody, unless you just have a lot of connections and you know some of the people. But typically it's going to be tough at the beginning. So I would just say, just try to stay patient and just keep working hard.
I mean, I love that you brought that up, because I think a lot of people do like the idea of real estate because they think that, oh, it's easy money, or you can set your own schedule, or things like that. And all of that can be true, but really it comes down to, you have to work a system and you have to get something in place. That's always good.
Like at my football program, my coach always would preach delayed gratification. And that's kind of like a word that I kind of base my life off of, which is essentially doing the little things, and then eventually it's all going to pay off. So you kind of got to, you don't want instant gratification, because usually the things that bring you instant gratification don't last long. So usually things that's worth having will be hard to obtain, which is essentially delayed gratification.
Yeah, that's exactly, I mean, you hit it exactly right. That's totally the case. And I love that you point that out. And I think that's something that you bring too. I like that you talked about getting coaching or getting advice from other people and support from other people, because, like I mentioned, you're just at the kind of last quarter of your first year, and you're still a really great wealth of information for other people. So that brings me into my next question. What do you think you've learned here that has really helped you? I also want to talk a little bit about at your first year, and when do you think you got your first deal? Like, you got signed in real estate. I guess I'll ask that first. You signed up in real estate, you got your license, you joined Exit, you started working the program and going through the coaching, but how long do you think it took you to get your first deal?
So I started mid-November. I didn't really start calling people until about December, first week of December. I would say I got my first ratified deal the first week of January. And that was actually because this particular person was actually kind of waiting for me to get my license. So it kind of happened out to where it was kind of perfect timing, and her timeline fell within me getting my license. So it was kind of perfect. So that was kind of lucky, to be honest with you, but I'll take it however it comes. But as far as what did I learn here, really I would just say I really learned how to deal with kind of difficult people. I know I have a lot of patience myself, but sometimes I would get kind of frustrated with certain people. So I know listening to Marc and listening to you and all the other agents in here has kind of helped me to understand other viewpoints, because sometimes I wouldn't be able to understand certain people's viewpoints. So that's really probably the biggest thing I've learned here, because really real estate is all about people, really.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. It's not, we're in a people business. We just happen to sell houses, That's, and I think that's true of sales in general. You can say that about it. It's really all focused around people. So, it took you a month and a half before you got your first contract, at least.
Yeah.
I would say, we're at you'll probably close out the year with 15 deals, right?
Yeah, that's my goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on track to close out 10 at least. And that's if you stopped working today, but you're not going to do that because, you got all that. So
Yeah.
I think I bring that up because I think it's really important. And you are a great example of somebody who has actually listened to the coaching and followed the process the way that we do it. We don't put this process in place because it's easy. We don't do it because it's what we want to see. We do it because we know it works. And I like that you're in testament to that success. Like, you've worked really hard. You've got the drive, and the patience, I think, is important too. But you're looking at closing out your first year with 15 deals as a brand new agent. And I just think that's really commendable. And I want to recognize that it was really because you put the work in and you followed the process.
I appreciate that a lot. Because I know at the beginning, it definitely was a struggle. I mean, I used to ride into work listening to motivational speeches just to kind of get myself up in the morning. So now I'm in a great position right now. So, I mean, my life definitely did change in a matter of a year.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And you're that much closer. I know you and Marc have talked more in depth now that you've got some experience and you've got some knowledge. You're starting down the path of helping with investment and getting into investment real estate and working more with investors, helping them to find properties and kind of getting in that aspect of things. So you've definitely got the goal in mind, but you're doing the work every day to get there. And I think that's great. I love it. And that's why I wanted to have you on today. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So the only other question I have is, if anybody, whether you're a current agent or you're thinking about getting into real estate, or you just have questions about what it looks like, can they reach out to you, and what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so if they have any questions, they can definitely text me at my phone number would be 804-629-3769. They can also send me an email, which would be tavian@marcshomes.net. So that would be the best two ways to reach me if they did have any questions.
Yeah. And I love to see that. I appreciate that you're always willing to talk to people. I feel like you're going to do great things here continuously. You've already had a great year to start, or, almost a year to start, and we're just going to keep getting bigger. And I hope to have, a couple of years from now, we'll have another sit down and see where you're at.
No, I would definitely do that.
Yeah. So I appreciate you. Again, I'm Sam Bingham, Operations Manager with Exit First Realty. I've been talking with Tavian Anderson, and you can reach out to either one of us if you have questions about, or want to see how you can crush it like Tavian in your first year, or even if it's your 5th year or your 15th year. We're definitely here to help, and we have options for you and systems in place. Tavian, I appreciate your time today. And remember, you guys, it's not the market, it's the marketing that makes the difference. Thanks.